Wix website tutorial, how to create a website on Wix. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how you can build your website on Wix step by step. So we're going to be taking a look at how you can configure your site, build your site dashboard, design your site wizard, the basic Wix website editor, as well as all of these other text elements, image elements, video elements within your editor that you can edit, as well as publishing your website. So without any more waiting, let's jump right in. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is click on create new site, and we're going to start building our new site on Wix. Now you have two options to either start from a blank canvas or to start with a template. Plus you can also build on the Wix editor instead of Wix Studio. Now the Studio editor is a bit different with a custom CSS as well as AI layout tools. They also have customizable animations and interactions. And then if you take a look at the Wix editor, you can choose to generate a site by Wix or select a template, and it has a drag and drop based tool. Now, the Wix Studio is currently more popular as it's the newer tool and is optimized more and has some amazing features that can be super customizable and render you a very unique website. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a template on the Wix Studio, and you will see there are a bunch of different templates that you can pick out from. So you can choose the type of website you want to design. Want to design a simple website for a new product that I'm launching. So I will go on ahead and go into the designed templates, and you even have wireframes available, which basically means that it's a simple layout that you can customize. But if you want, you can choose a wireframe or a template. That's totally up to you. And you can filter out the type of template you want. So I want this to be optimized for e-commerce, and I'll take a look at some of the wireframes. And you guys can see we have a one-page wireframe, advanced multi-purpose, landing page, CMS, e-commerce, portfolio, services, and portfolio. So I'm going to take this e-commerce wireframe and click on edit over here to get started with editing our template on Wix Studio. And this is just your personal preference. You can open up wireframes on the Wix website editor as well if you want to use the simpler drag and drop based editing tool. Now that our Wix template has loaded up, let's get started with our customization. Now, on the top right, you're going to see page customizations such as your background as well as animations and effects. Then on the left, you will have your basic editing features like your sections, additions, layers, pages, your global sections, site styles, app markets, your CMS, as well as your code editor. Now, to get started, the first thing you're going to do is head on over into your header. Once you click on your header, you can open the header up from the left and see how it has been divided in two different cells. So you guys can see that it has two cells, and those cells have the items present within. So if I click on the cell, I'll just double click on the business name. And once I do that, I will rename this to Hair Matters, like this, Hair Matters Co. over here. And let's say this is our business name. Now, moving on to the next section in our wireframe, you guys can see that they have a little banner in this particular template. So for our banner, I can click on the section, and then you will see blank columns, rows, or cards. Now, if I choose to build this in the form of columns, it can help me in, adding more media, adding a more interesting content element as well. So maybe I want to, add a larger picture where there's a focal point of the picture over here. So now I can click on add media, and I'll click on upload media and upload some media files from my computer so we can use that in our Wix store. And I'll just upload those images over here. And I'm uploading all of my images together so it's easier for me to access them later on. And we have a bunch of our images loading up, so I am just going to be using one of these images, and I will use this image over here as the banner image. And you guys can see the image has been inserted, but because I inserted the image in a section, it is not covering the entire screen. Now, if you enter a image and you don't like the preview, then you can click on delete and it will remove the image. And you guys can see I can replace the text back into its original formatting as well. And you can also choose to customize the formatting as well. Keep in mind that there still might be two sections, so you can go into the left corner over here. And if I go into my left corner into layers over here, you guys will see I have a section grid. So I can go on ahead and delete the section grid if I don't want that particular section to be present or the divisions in that section. Now, I have a cell present within that, and the cell is actually our text block, and I can choose a layout or element to get started with our sectioning as well. Now, I want to add a background, so I'll click on Add Media over here, and I'll be using the media file like this and click on Add to Page. Once I add this to the page, I'm going to zoom out a little so it's easier for us to navigate through. And you guys can see this is the first page of our store. Now I have some title text and I can double click on the title text to have a easy access and edit the text. Improve your hair density and reduce hair fall with our products like this. And or maybe I want to add something else. I don't like the sound of that, so I will add improve hair health with us. Yeah, I think that sounds better. And now for that text, I am going to go into the grid. And you guys can see this text is placed within the grid. And on the right, you have the size and as well as the responsive behavior, any fill or opacity you want to add in the block, as well as borders, corners, shadows, and then the layout. Now, in your layout, you can choose a vertical layout, you can choose a horizontal layout, as well as adjust the margins for the text block. Now, for us, I want to keep the element over here like this, and I will move the button down here because I don't want this to be taking a lot of space in our home page. Instead, I want to adjust the image, click on settings, and then I can choose the display mode. And yeah, I think I'm going to fit this like so. And for this particular section, I can click on the settings as well. And I want to unstretch the image, and then I'll place it over here and customize the overall sizing for the image like this. And then I'll click on the text and then reposition it so it's going to fit within this section over here. And now once I do that, I can customize this by adding our Shop Now button. And I think I'm going to change the text color as well. You can click on Edit Text, and on the right, you have the text optimization. Scroll down and then click on the color over here. And then you can edit the theme color like this. Now, below that, we have our Shop Now button, and this is going to lead people to the shop page, which we will build later on. Now, below that, we have some products that we can add and a brand logo section. I don't need that section, so I'll just click on delete and delete that section. Now, after that, we have a about section. For that, I will click on the image cell. And then once I click on the image cell, you can click on change image. And now I'm going to use this particular image over here. And then after that, I can use another image like so. Or I'm just going to keep it as one image and then go into the about section. And I will click on create AI text. And then our business is a hair care product. And our business name is Hair Matters Co. And I want this to be a paragraph, and it's going to be a about section. And it is a founded in 2022 hair care brand promoting hair health and organic hair alternatives, as well as silicone hair brushes. After that, I can click on create text and I will let the AI text creator generate our text for us. So once our text has been generated, I can choose from three options. So I will use this one over here, and now this has been inserted. Then we have a learn more button, which would lead people to the about section again. Now, after that, we have a benefits section. Now, in the benefits, you can insert images as well as create your own sectioning for the product benefits you have, especially if you have a one-page website. Now, I'm going to delete all other sections below this because I'm going to keep it pretty short so you guys can follow along. And the bestsellers will be occupied, so don't worry about that. I'll show you guys how that is going to be set up. Now, this is just our home page. Once we've done this, you can click on the top left, and now you can get started with your second page, which is going to be your About page. So you can open that up over here, and this would lead you to the About page, and you can customize it as you go. Now, because this is going to follow the same formulation as your home page, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about page customizations because it's a very simple procedure as we edit it on our home page. Now, in your home page, sometimes there might be things you want to insert that are not included. To do that, you have two options. On the left, you can click on Add Elements, and then you have a quick add. The quick add has some of the most basic features like images, text, paragraph, buttons, containers, and more. However, if you're someone that knows what they want to add, you can use individual items from quick add. Whereas if you're uncertain about the type of section or how to design a section, you can go into sections over here and you will find different types of sections that you can use. So if I want to add a testimonial, I can add a testimonial section and then customize that according to my own business. Moving on, another very important thing to do is to always check the footer of your particular website. If it's a portfolio, if it's a store, no matter what, always customize your footer because usually it's one of the most neglected areas on Wix websites. So go on ahead, click on the info that is present within your footer and click on edit text. Once you click on edit text, you can get started with your location info. So let's say we are based in Toronto, Canada. Our phone number is 0000, whatever. Our email is lilyguidesyou@gmail.com. And then after that, you have your menu and then your policies, which I will show you guys how to add those as well. Once you've done that, make sure to save everything. I have autosave turned on. Now, once I have done this, I like to go back into the top left and then click on dashboard. Now, why am I doing this? Well, it's time for us to start adding product so we can start building categories, collections, and organizing our product on our Wix store. So once you open up your dashboard, you're going to find a entirely different section. So once you open up your dashboard, you might feel like, hey, what am I really supposed to be doing here? Well, it's a very simple procedure in setting up your Wix dashboard. First off, the first thing you're going to do is go into the left panel and go into catalog. Click on store product and then click on products over here. Once you do that, you will see there might be some example products, but you're going to select all of them from the top left, click on more actions, and then click on delete. Once you've deleted all of these pre-existing products, you can get started with adding your own. So click on new product and I'll add a physical product. Once you've added your physical product, you will see the option to first title your product. So for us, it's a silicone hair brush, and I will click on add images. Once I click on add images, I'm going to click on upload media. And actually I have them uploaded in my site files. Yeah, so I want to use this as my primary image. And now I can add multiple images as well. That's totally up to your personal preference as to how many images you want to insert. I like to have like 3 to 4 images for one product. And once I've inserted all the images, I have to enter the product info. So this is the name, then you can enter the ribbon. And this might be, let's say this is our hot seller. And I'll click on add and I'll add this as a ribbon. Then I have a description box where I will add the composition 100% silicone, easy to use, non-abrasive, rejuvenate scalp like this. And you can enter descriptions according to your personal preferences as well. Plus, you can click on generate AI text. And once you do that, you are going to add the type of business. So we have a hair care business, and this is 100% silicone, easy to use. and I'll click on create text over here. And now the AI will generate text for us. So I'll just click on use text, and now my little description of a few lines has now been converted into a large paragraph in the description. Below that, you can add different info sections. So you can click on add info section. Usually these are very specific for the type of product that you have. For example, if I have a special premium wool product that needs to be taken care of or washed or, you know, kept in a very specific way, I can add that in a additional info section and you can name it accordingly. Plus, if you have a product with a special feature, so you can add that over here and add its usability over here as well. For example, for our silicone brush, the best feature honestly inserted in this is a shampoo dispenser. Yeah, and I will create some text. You can directly insert shampoo into the hollow section of the brush and provide a more detailed description. For my particular product that doesn't make sense, so I'm gonna keep it empty for any additional info sections. Below that, we can enter a price. Let's say it's 200, and then we can choose a sale price as well. So let's say I want to add a 30% discount, and now the sale price is gonna be 140. Then I can also choose to display price per unit as well as my cost of goods to be able to see my margin. So let's say my cost of goods is 40 and I have a 71% profit margin. Then we have custom text where I can allow customers to personalize their products. This is usually used in clothing or apparel where you're going to offer them, a custom name on their caps or t-shirts. And then you have product options. For my particular product, I have it in 4 colors, so I'm going to add that in the product options. This can also include the sizes of your product as well. So for us, this is going to be color. And for us, it's going to be pink, blue. Yeah, I'll just use this shade of pink, blue, and I'll use a really light shade of blue. I don't want this to be super dark. Blue, green, pastel green, and then skin. And I'll just use this color for skin. Now I'll just click on add. And then you can manage pricing and inventory individually for each individual product variant as well. So for example, I will keep the price for all of them constant. Let's say I'll edit this, and the status is in stock. We have the SKUs, cost of good, and I can add a price difference as well. And I can turn on inventory tracking. And let's say I have 10 of the pink units, I have 10 of the blue ones, but I only have 5 and 5 of the green and skin ones. So this can help you in managing inventory, especially when you're dealing with sizes, because sending out a wrong color usually isn't as disastrous as sending out the wrong size. Below that, you have pre-orders where you can allow customers to pre-order or back order you. I usually like to keep this turned off as a smaller business. Once you've done that, you will see some more info boxes on the top right, which is to show this in your online store, show it in your POS. Now, if you want to insert that into any categories, I like to click on create category and add hair tools as a category. And I want this to be listed in featured products as well as hair tools. Once I've done that, I can add a brand as well as fulfillment and just click on save on the top right. Now, once I've done that, I can go on ahead and go back and see what my store currently looks like. So for that, we will go into our home section and then click on edit site. Once we go into edit site, our Wix Studio is going to load up, from where we are going to go back into the site editor, and I'll show you guys how a featured product appears, how your product pages can be customized, as well as product categorization. So you guys can see now in the bestseller, our silicone brush is appearing, but you guys can see because there is a column over here, it doesn't look really pleasing. So I will delete this column. And for the grid gallery over here, I want to customize this because this looks really off. If I zoom out and show you guys, this doesn't look good at all. So I will have to customize this from rows to columns, not columns. They don't look good either. So I'm going to resize this, click on manage product, And I only have one product, so it's only going to display one product for us. But I will click on settings over here for our grid gallery. Now, there are different types of grid galleries as well. Let's say I want to display name, price divider, a load more button, infinite row, show button, show options, then I have the layout. So for the layout, I want this to be at the center. And then I have fixed. I want it to fit to screen or fixed. And I have products per load. So I want there to be 4 columns over here. And yeah, that looks a whole lot better. Now, after that, I have the product info padding, spacing between rows. We can increase or decrease those as well, and customize the spacing between columns. Then we have the image placement. So if I want it above the info or side by side. Then you have the image resizing. Make sure to set this to fit. If you set it to crop, your images might get zoomed in, and that just usually does not look good. Then you can choose the image ratio you want to follow. And once you do that, you have your side paddings as well as ribbon displays, how you want the ribbon to appear on your product. So I'm going to decrease the side padding and I will increase the top padding like this. Once I've done that, I can customize the text as well, the basic design for our widget. So let's say I want to add like a simple color like purple to the back of this, and I can increase the opacity over here. Now, after that, we have card background opacity and color. So I'll add a white card background, or instead I'll add a gray one. So it looks really nice and, complements the purple or lavender that we have. Now, after that, we have the inner border customization and text, then filters, sorting, and management. Once I've done that, I will go on ahead and we're going to resize this entire section like this. Now I will place this over here like so, and then expand it. And then I will resize this at the center, and I'll move this up a little like so. And once we have customized our grid gallery, you guys can see our homepage is now basically ready. Now going on into our second section, on the top left, you're going to go into your category page and product pages. So click on product page on the left. And once you click on product page, it will open up a default product page for your product. And you will see the layout for this is also a little off. So you will have to customize these tiny little things. Now for this, the first thing, I have to reset the image sizing. So I'll click on the section over here and click on the actions, and I'll click on unstretch. Or maybe I think I'm going to keep it stretched because I think that just looked better. Yeah. But what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to resize it to my personal preference like this. Once I've done that, I'll click on the images and click on change layout. And I want the layout, yeah, I think it looks fine in the form of thumbnails, but we're going to click on settings over here. We have the main color from each image, expand mode, yeah, customize the expand mode. The expand mode is set correctly. And going into the overall appearance, we can go on ahead and we can just hide this on all breakpoints. Can't seem to. We have image behavior as well as layout. Now, I think for our particular product, the thumbnail layout actually does work best. I don't like any of the other layouts, but for the entire section, the product section, I think I'm going to customize this a little where we can go on ahead and see our elements within the product. We have the product name, all of that info inserted in the widget. Then we have the layout of the widget. This is not the layout of the product image, but for the entire widget that is present. So you might have different types of widget layouts as well as spacing in between, page direction, left to right or right to left. Now, let's say for us, we have a column ratio of 1:1. I can choose to convert this into a 1 column site as well, like this, and I'll show you guys how you can customize that. If you do a 1 column section over here, then you need to reduce the image sizes by a lot to make it a bit more cohesive. So for that, you can go on ahead, go into the image, and then go on ahead and click on change layout or the settings, and you can choose to customize the layout and then click on fit over here. and then scroll down, reduce your thumbnail spacing and more. But I think I preferred the original layout like this. And now that I think I'm pretty satisfied with this appearance. And once I have set up product page, I can go on ahead and move into the next section, which is our category page. You can click on category page on the top left. And once you do that, you will see all your products. Now, I have to rename this because this is a all product page. Now, after that, we have a featured products page as well as a hair tools page. Now, all of these are not present within our navigation panel. You can click on your menu and click on manage menu, click on add item. And for that, you want to add main pages and you want to display your all pages. And then we can choose a particular page name. So for this is going to be our category page, this one. And once we do that, we are going to click on done and we can rename this into our all products or any particular category page. You can manage that however you want. But for now, we're going to leave it like so and click on publish on the top right. Once you click on publish on the top right, you have the option to insert any free slug that you want. However, you can connect to your own customized domain by upgrading to a premium plan on Wix. So for us, we're going to go as Hair Matters Co. with a free domain and just click on save and continue. Now, once we've done that, we can click on check site to take a look at what our website looks like when it is opened up. So I'll just click on view site over here to view our website as a visitor. And this is what our website looks like. It looks pretty nice. It looks pretty interesting. I think it looks pretty nicely built. And then if I go into the shop section, I should be able to see all of my products. Yeah, I have all of my products, and then we have the hot seller product. And if we open this up, this is our hot seller product. Now, to further customize our store, we can go back into our site dashboard, and in our site dashboard, we can go into apps to integrate certain applications to improve your website performance, as well as build more customization and organization into our site. Now, once you have built all of the basics of your website, go into settings on the left, and once you do that, you will see business info. Now, you can go on ahead and set up your business info, including your privacy policies, as well as all of your basic shipping and handling fulfillment info over here to make sure that all of your website info is accurate. And if you're looking to upgrade Wix, you can get started with their website plans starting at $17 per month for Business Basic to enable payments. They even have website plans starting at $4.50 per month, which include basic web building features. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.